Hello, I'm Adam Barnes. Welcome to Project and Portfolio 4. This is July 2019 term, and this application is called Music Trainer. This app is designed to allow the user to compose a musical score using shape notes, which is the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and is a music style of music training that helps teach singing in parts, being the bass, the tenor, the alto, and the soprano. Using this style of music trainer, the user is able to compose a music melody, simple melody on the iPhone, and be able to play it back. So looking at this milestone had several objectives. One was to display an appropriate amount of user elements to allow the user to enter different notes, tones, in a progressive relationship to create a melody on a treble staff scale. Also, the system must display the proper note symbols and whole note, half note, quarter note, and rests on sheet music tablature for visual representation of the melody. The system must also allow the selection of individual notes to allow editing of the elements of the composed musical score. And also, there's another duplicate of that here for the teacher, as this was for the student. So, looking at my time tracker, I've spent 46, almost 47 hours on this project so far. For the first week for Milestone 1, 49% of that was design and composition, and 30% of that was software development. So looking at the amount of time, over 11 hours in the first week was spent in Xcode. Photoshop, somewhere around 14 hours spent or 16 hours spent in Photoshop. So looking down through the week, you could see Sunday a lot of design and composition. References, research. Some of that was learning how to reuse XD and Photoshop. And then looking on Monday, design and composition, a lot of XD work there. Design and composition again on Tuesday. That's where I started getting more into Photoshop, still using XD a little bit, but very heavily in Photoshop. Just to help you understand, this project, there's not a whole lot of places you can download shape note symbols for the different types of half note, whole note, quarter note. So I pretty much had to develop over 386 images by myself in Photoshop. Now, that being said, I started finding shortcuts and quicker ways to develop it as we went along, but it did take a great deal of time to develop that. And also, downloading sound bites for the piano, over 28 sound bites that I downloaded and had to convert over to a WAV file. Looking Wednesday, a lot of design composition, a lot of Photoshop. Spent a lot of time in Photoshop. Thursday, you can see I started transitioning over to software development, 53 to 31%. Heavily into software development on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Definitely a lot of software development. All in all, I spent 4 hours in XD, 19 hours in Photoshop, and 21 hours in Xcode so far for Milestone 1 for this project. Looking into the app, we'll go ahead and run it. So when it first pops up, you'll see how these notes are highlighted, and it allows the user to know what they can select. So now for the user to be able to enter a note, they have to select a location, where they put the note. They have to select a whole, half, or quarter note, and they also have to select the key. Now, if they don't select these, there's one bug. If they don't select these first and this, then it will crash the program. I'm still working that bug out. But you can play music here without any of that going on. But if you want anything displayed on the screen, you have to first select a location, and then select what type of note, and then select the key, and you see the key displays up here, and then you can play, and it will automatically populate the scores. You can switch to half notes, and it will populate that as well. You can switch to whole notes, and it will populate that. Some of the images look like they need to be a little bit more bolded. Also, you can switch key signatures. Now, of course, when you push these buttons, they're designed for these to automatically translate to the next key. Haven't got that functionality in yet. but working on it. But you can see the key signature automatically pops up over here for key of E, key of F, key of G, key of D. Also, if you wanted to play notes in here, they work as well. Now, here's another bug that shows these flat signatures are popping up in random places. So I've still got to work on that, working that bug out, but that's not due until milestone 2. Now, the done button, the play and the pause button, those are not functional. The rest button, again, not functional. Still working on getting those taken care of and getting those programmed in. But it's coming along. Things are running fairly smoothly. There's a lot of programming that went into getting these to display on the screen. Now, the way my app is set up, it's going to be pertained only to landscape form. Right now, it only works in the XR mode because there's some of my constraints for these notes up here that are not correct for when you transition over to different platforms. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this presentation as much as I have. Enjoyed making it, and thank you very much. Have a good day.